Welcome to 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews, where we take random movies from Metacritic's 15K Plus movies to randomly watch, whether we like it or not. Hello and welcome to episode 35 of 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews. This is Colin.
And this is Niall.
And this is random movie 13,391, The Day from 2012. Metascore of 41, user score of 6.4, runs for an hour and 21 minutes, thankfully. It's directed by, I have no clue if it made money, probably not. Directed by Douglas Aarniokoski, who is known for being an assistant director of Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, and Spy Kids, and buddy, I don't know, assistant director for a couple of, what's his name?
Robert Rodriguez.
His movies from Dusk Till Dawn and stuff like that. He actually directed a lot of Star Trek Discovery as well, and a couple of Picard, 5 episodes of Star Trek Picard.
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing he's reasonably okay at direction.
Yeah, well, that's recently. This movie was, 10 years ago?
Might have been one of his first little solo endeavors out by himself.
Yeah, hasn't really done anything else movie-wise. So, yeah, there's that. Anything else you want to talk about?
I personally think that he should stick to TV episodes.
Well, the Star Trek Discovery is not the best TV show ever.
Yeah, but it's, miles better in every respect to this. There's dialogue that can be sometimes believed.
Yeah, in a sci-fi time travel epic. All right, so in a nutshell, a group of 5 survivors armed with shotguns, axes, and machetes wander the back roads of a ravaged landscape looking for refuge in The Day, a terrifying look into a post-apocalyptic future as war ravages humanity, destroying civilization, most of life on Earth. We don't ever get to know that. The survivors realize they must do whatever it takes to stay alive. Lost, starving, and exhausted, they seek shelter in a seemingly safe abandoned farmhouse. However, while searching for food and resources, they unwittingly set off a trap, signaling into the ruthless predators laying in wait to begin their deadly attack. With food and ammunition dwindling, the group must make a desperate final stand over a 24-hour period, battling for their ultimate survival.
Yeah.
That's why it's called The Day.
To be honest, it felt like a fucking week. Excuse my French. Yeah.
Why didn't they call it The House?
Yeah, the slog.
On the
because that's what it is when you watch it.
The grey-blue filter.
Oh God, maybe it's trying to portray some sort of apocalyptic scenario where there's been a nuclear war and this is nuclear winter. But no. That's not how light looks. Even on an overcast day or it's really dark outside, that's not how light looks. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally it puts a really a hurdle towards accessing the movie visually. It's like I can't get over the fact that it's a filter and it looks terrible. Just give me something grimy.
It's not even just black and white. It's not shades of grey. It's weird selection of colours filter.
Yeah.
As you said, blue with grey. Where are they going with that?
And it's straight off the bat. The first scene is our group of 5 idiots walking along a back country road, kicking stones along the way. And it's totally, you see it straight away. It's like, oh my God, is this going to be so washed out and colorless like this? This is crazy. So Dominic Monaghan is the erstwhile leader.
Rick.
Rick. Strangely enough, he's lost. He was in Lost. Not Penny's boat. Anyway.
Speaking of something else I'd like to forget.
Oh yeah, the twists and turns of Lost that didn't go anywhere.
A couple of seasons, fantastic. Then just no, stop. Anyway, that's not this.
Yeah. No.
But feels Lost a bit like it.
Yeah. So we basically get a little tension off the start. Adam is questioning Rick straight off the bat. Oh, we don't want to go to that ridge, motherfucker.
Yeah, but like even that tension, even that dialogue between the two lads is like Mary from the Lord of the Rings, really not kind of phoning it in here. Like I suppose the dialogue he's been given is absolute garbage. It doesn't feel like his character or whatever he's doing with the dialogue. It's not working with it, and his argument with Adam is Adam, yeah, Adam,
Yeah.
is just meh. It feels like two lads rehearsing for a movie as opposed to actually, being recorded to actually, this is the final shot. Let's go with that.
So what were the years for, when was the last Lord of the Rings released?
Crikey. It was a few years before this.
Yeah, mid 2000s, like 2005.
Yeah. I think 4 or 5 years before this, at the least. This movie was after Lost as well. So Monaghan was, reasonably big as an actor. Like, he was quite good in Lost, I thought.
Yeah.
But he kind of disappeared for a long time. Maybe doing movies like this is probably why we didn't know about him for a few years.
No, he didn't. He didn't like light Hollywood on fire after Lord of the Rings. He was. I think he probably expected a bit more, but didn't happen.
Weirdly, I genuinely think he's not a terrible actor, but this doesn't help him.
No, but to be honest with you, like at the start of the movie, like they obviously find the house quite quickly.
Yeah.
5 minutes in, and they slowly enter it, and it goes on forever. And they
they're working for ages, and they've got the reason I think they stopped this abandoned house. Nobody really wants to go in there. It doesn't really explain why they don't want to go in there. But the reason they don't want to go in, or they have to go in there, is because one of their buddies is coughing up his lungs.
Oh yeah, Mr. Coffee, I called him.
That's exactly what I wrote down as
Yeah.
well. John Coffee, like to drink. Yeah. Listen. They have to go there because he's got a cold.
He's got a cold. It's pleurisy.
Got a cold. Just whinging. Got man flu. He doesn't look well. I thought he was going to turn into a zombie or something, because I purposely didn't read the synopsis of this movie watching it. I wanted to be surprised. He didn't turn into a zombie, which upset me.
Yeah. No, it's just normal cold. Get some Tylenol into you.
Lemsip would have been grand.
Yeah, no, not in a post-apocalyptic world. No Lemsip.
That's the first thing to go.
Yeah, the first thing that goes. Whole stock of them around the world. Anyway, Rick, played by Dominic Monaghan, has got 2 jars of rice called Hope and Fate.
But I don't know if it was rice. I think they were seeds.
Seeds or whatever.
That's the guy who's going to start his new. I don't know what the hell he is, but this actually annoys the crap out of me, because the only thing this post-apocalyptic world might have made sense in, it was a nuclear winter and all the crops have failed, so people are eating each other. Spoiler, right?
Yeah.
But his jars of seeds don't make any sense, because if all the crops have already failed, what are you going to do with those? Is the sunlight not enough? Sunlight's already not enough to grow normal crops. What are you going to do with the seeds?
He's going to play the long game.
By trying not to starve, by not eating anything for 20 years, and hope the environment and the atmosphere cleans up. Sorry, it's one of many holes, and that's probably the least of them.
I would probably be eating people as well.
I go with a sandwich for 4 hours, and I'm chewing on people.
Yeah. So anyway, they get into this house that becomes the main scene for the entire movie. Rick and Adam have another sort of fisticuff verbal conflict, and who's that? Nikki. Character Nikki, yeah, she has a breakdown in the. Yeah, she has a breakdown in the doll room, this weird doll room.
I found that, like, later on, where she's showering in that room, just pointless. Other than getting her kit off.
Yeah, it was like a gratuitous sort of female flesh show of And yeah, so then I think Adam has a bit of a flashback to he's holding he has a doll head carried around with him. He has a flashback where it's all color because that's what happens, that it's color before apocalypse happens.
That's what
He had a
that's
wife.
yeah. When the
Yeah, he's a
apocalypse happens, somebody comes in and steals our damn color.
yeah wife,
Mm.
and he had a wife and daughter. And they seem to be dragged away. We don't know what took them. Obviously, people, obviously meat eaters.
Hungry people, which is a strange one because that seemed to be right at there was still color, so stuff had just gone bad. So people straight away turned to cannibalism.
They're just waiting for it. It's like, all right, let's just start eating
Okay,
people.
there was nuclear war. I'm really hungry. It's been 15 minutes since breakfast. It's time to go get some peeps.
Yeah. Who can blame him? So Rick, the leader, he's like going, all right, girls, off you go trapping, and she's going, what's the point? We haven't heard a bird in 2 years. It's like, yeah, why are you going trapping if you haven't seen anything?
Yeah.
Nikki is Brianna Barnes, who plays Nikki, is probably the worst actor in this entire thing. I thought she was terrible. To be honest with you, when Rick and Adam are talking at the kitchen table, I actually thought Monaghan was actually quite good. He was quite laid back with his delivery of lines, and I don't think it sounded like corny or anything. I thought he was actually quite
No,
okay with his delivery.
I had one problem with him. I don't like his American accent.
I didn't find it that bad, actually, to be honest with you.
It could also be the Iceman, the guy who plays the Iceman in the original Marvel movies, is just so terrible that he drags down the entire scene so badly. I did not rate him in it at all. Like Monaghan's always going to be reasonably good. Yeah,
I think
Adam was shocking.
Yeah, but I think definitely Nikki is probably the worst of the worst. She's sort of canned in her delivery of her lines. It feels like every sentence.
Actually, I did write down about her as well that her emotional range was vastly different from beginning of a sentence to the end of a sentence for no particular reason.
Yeah. Her sentence delivery was weird.
She was either underacting or overacting, but never actually hitting the sweet spot. Because I don't think she can.
Yeah. Before they went out trapping, obviously the trope argument is Adam going, we shouldn't stay here, and Rick going, we stay tonight. So the girls go trapping, and obviously Mary, who's quite mute, obviously gets her kid off and
she's mysterious.
Yeah, mysteriously not interesting. So she's having a bit of a wash in the river, and she sees somebody running towards her. She runs out and grabs a shotgun and shoots him in the chest.
Shotgun, baby.
Nicely.
Yeah, have that.
Yeah, have some of that. And so then that obviously starts the ball in motion for the entire plot of that movie.
While that's happening, the two lads or the three lads are down in a basement, and they're like searching around for crap, and Mary Brandybuck finds a bunch of tins of food. He thinks, and he's like, "Yes, we're in here." And as he's trying to crack open one of the tins, he knocks something over or something and sets off a trap and gets a big spike through the chest.
Yeah, so Dominic Monaghan lasts maybe 20 minutes for the entire movie.
Yep, and then we're on to the B team.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Monaghan's skewer, I called it. It wasn't, I don't know, it was very hard to know what happened there. I didn't know. I couldn't grab it. All I saw was a very digital effect of a big spear going through his chest.
Yeah, like the blood, the digital blood that was stuck on, partly because of the filter, but partly because it was just cheap CGI. Didn't give anything to the movie. It distracted from the movie. It was such a poor effect.
That digital blood is Oh God, it's just bad. It's like fake footsteps. It's not.
The
It's
same could have been
terrible.
achieved with a practical effect. It should have been achieved with a practical effect, like a blood bag that pops open. But obviously, they didn't want to spend the money on a couple of pop caps.
No, unfortunately, yeah. I guess digital effects are cheaper than doing physical effects back in 2012. Maybe it's the same now. Who knows? Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So they get trapped because when he gets skewered, the door closes on them, and next thing you know, they're
Dinner bell,
looking.
baby.
Yeah, there's massive bell going on, and this is a big action sequence where dudes come into the house and look through the floorboard and goes, or opens the door and goes, "Yeah, give me that little dead person down there. We'll have some of
I'll have
that."
that hobbit, please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's pretty small, but he'll do.
He looks tasty.
Yeah, so basically, the women come back and a bit of action sequence. They take care of the baddies and.
Yeah, who'd have thunk the quiet girl is a ninja?
Oh yeah. She kicks some ass, and then the guy runs away, and I thought he was going to go back and tell people. Then Mary gets her rifle and shoots him through the eyeball. Another digital blood effect as well.
Yes, not the best, but
Kind
thankfully
of,
it was only a quarter of a second or so of a shot. So,
yeah.
but it was long enough for me to see it and go, "Oh crap, that's awful."
Yeah, so but unfortunately for Mary, the bad guy had said something to her when she saw a scar, sort of tattoo, sort of scarification thing on her skin, which basically means they're cannibals. Basically, I'm guessing that's it. And
Yeah, again, this annoyed me because all of the other cannibals have the scar very visible
she
because
put it up her
that way they don't
thigh.
eat each other. She has it on her thigh hidden. That's not much use if somebody's coming at you with a pitchfork.
Yeah, you kind of have to roll up your skirt and go, yo, yoo-hoo.
Yeah, by the way, don't eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, daft. But at this point, I thought to myself, our heroes all have a selection of weaponry with ammunition, and it's shotguns and rifles and pistols. The bad guys have pointy sticks.
Yeah.
Surely, over the years of killing people, they would have taken their guns and ammunition and would be armed to the hilt.
You were thinking that deep into the plot.
Yeah, maybe I was going a bit far. Using logic.
No, it's not that type of movie.
It's not. Right?
Anyway, they knock out Mary because Nikki heard about her being a cannibal or ex-cannibal, so she's tied to a
Fine
chair.
young
She's
cannibal.
She drives me crazy.
She does.
So she's tied to a chair, so they all think they've got lots of time to start interrogating her about what she is. She's very quiet, and then Adam beats the shit out of her and cuts her skin scarification,
Cuts her tats off. Harsh.
yeah, and then tries to feed it to her. And yeah, she's quite good when she's finally breaks. Actually, I thought she was actually quite believable when she starts screaming "kill me" or whatever, or "do it" or whatever the hell she says.
Like the scene from Aliens. Kill me now.
No, that's Predator.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Is
yes.
it?
Kill me now. I think it's both.
Kill me, do it,
Do it now.
do it now, come on. Great
Yeah.
movie.
Sorry. Yeah. I wish this movie was that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I agree. That scene's kind of reasonable. There's a bit of, I'm not to say believability about it, but there's a bit of meat to be chewed on there. But it's that's gone quick enough, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, so she then basically says, "Here's my exposition. Here's my backstory. My sister got sick or whatever, and then they ate her, and so that's why she stopped being a cannibal or something like that."
Yeah, she broke her leg, and the rest of
Yeah.
the tribe were like, "Well, she's going to slow us down, so let's hang her up, string her up, slit her throat, and chew on her." Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so then she sort of breaks out of the chair by herself and says, "Yeah, you have me. Kill me if you want. I can help you." So
Because we're all screwed. Ads will be here in under 24 hours, and there's no way you're going to get away because they're very good at tracking, obviously.
Yeah. So they start along the next part of the movie, which is kind of like Home Alone, R-rated. Start booby trapping the house, basically.
Yeah. If
And then they burn Dominic Monaghan. It's like, just eat him. Get yourself some protein.
yeah, or leave him out to slow down the other guys. While they're chewing on him, shoot them.
Yeah, put him on a big, massive plate outside with some candles.
Some hors d'oeuvres around him.
Yeah,
nice Chianti.
Yeah, just some a tablecloth around, or put a table outside. Just
like
put
civilized
an apple
people.
in his mouth. Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, maybe in a comedy version of this. Anyway, they all set up towards this attack that starts in the night, and it's so dark and it's so black you don't really see anything. It's like Game of Thrones when they finally attacked the White Knight or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't see anything, and so like in this, it's like, what's going on? I can't even see, even with the blue-gray filter, and now it's nighttime. It's like,
it doesn't help.
Can't see anything.
But the beauty of it being nighttime and not being, your audience not being able to see anything, it saves a fortune on special effects.
Yeah, and it doesn't look so bad actually when they basically just kill everybody that comes towards them. They were like, "Oh, yeah, conserve your bullets," and then at certain scenes, they're putting 3 bullets into every body. It's like,
yeah, and the bad guys are just lying up against the window so they can be poked at with sticks.
Yeah,
either it's a zombie movie and people are brain dead, or they're real people who can think. But it's kind of mixing it.
Yeah, yeah. So the head of the baddies that are out in the field somewhere, he's not even worth talking about because he's a nobody character. He's got a daughter and a son, and the son peels away, and he's like, "Oh, I can be." They don't have any lines of dialogue in the entire movie, but he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go in and start killing them." So he goes up to the window and puts a little pinprick into Nicky, and Nicky turns around and shoots him in the head.
Yeah, damn right.
Oh, that was funny. And then he obviously goes, the baddie over half a mile away looks over and goes, "No," as if he could see in the darkness.
Yeah, it's pitch black outside. Yeah, it's good story.
Yeah. So only at this point in time, another wave comes and Mr. Coffee gets it. He kind of goes outside and shoots his last bullets, and then they kill him.
Yep, put him on the back of a meat cart.
Yeah. And so then the next day comes around because for some reason they stop attacking them. Maybe they're a little bit weary because they've got so many bullets or whatever. And they chuck in some fire bombs. Why didn't they do that at the start?
Yeah, and
well, there wouldn't be a movie.
There wouldn't be a movie. And to expand upon that, there was like, 20 bad guys, maybe a little bit more at the start. But their strategies, right, that's kept them alive all these years, and they lose 90% in like 3 hours against a few lads. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't deserve to win at all, really.
No, they're cabbages. Not cannibals, cabbages.
Yeah. So so they so Nicky's basically going, or Mary's kind of going, "All right, I'll take the shotgun. You got that back. I need to do this." And so Adam and Nicky run out the back of the field. Mary goes out the front, tries to shoot the baddie. Oh,
click!
It's empty. Click. So then at the back of the field, Nicky's turning around and goes, "Yeah, here's all the shotgun shells." Adam goes, "You bitch." Well, he doesn't, but...
Well, yeah, but effectively thinks it. And he runs back, and she's like, "Oh, you're an idiot."
Yeah.
And she's right.
Yeah. So he heads back, and so Mary's been walloped around, isn't she?
Yeah, she's had the absolute crap beat out of her at this point.
Yeah, shaky camera stuff.
Yeah, and then he runs in, pew, 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 and takes out a few people, and then she's back on her feet running around like a ninja.
Yeah. How does the head honcho die again? Because I actually don't even remember.
It was kind of one of the most forgettable kills in the whole thing. I can't really remember either. No, I couldn't tell you. It was such a
It was,
forget. Like, he's the big bad guy. This should be a fight,
yeah. He looked
but
like the
it's in
guy
a
from.
quarter-second kill. Like, and there's no focus on it, and there's no.
Yeah, I don't know who actually killed him in the end. Was it Mary or Adam? Like, it was so unbelievable. Like, in my notes, I just wrote head honcho dead, fake blood. So,
Yeah, I
that's.
remember lying on the ground and blood leaking out of him in a
Yeah,
weird,
that's.
horrible pastel blood color.
He looked like the guy from Far Cry 3, the head main protagonist in
But
Far
not
Cry 3.
nearly as well acted.
No, just the same haircut.
Yeah, his
Um,
micro mohawk.
yeah. So anyway, we head back to Nikki in the forest, and she's going through the forest, and she's seeing and hearing things, and it's the daughter, and it's the worst scene probably in the history of movie making, where
Yeah,
this woman can't grab and hold on to, or even see where
a
this
10-year-old.
young kid is, and she's running around, making lots of noise, and all she's doing, she's stabbing her with a little
She
fucking.
thinks she's Vin Diesel in Pitch Black. You know,
Yeah.
she's a 10-year-old. Sorry.
And she, like, I don't know, like, we can hear her as
Yeah,
audience members. She's got a little, she's got like an arrowhead or something holding. She doesn't even have a big knife.
she's
It's like
wearing a
a,
light jacket as well.
yeah, but you could hear her traipsing through the leaves,
Yeah,
and it's like Nikki's like looking around, going, I don't know where she is, and then every few seconds, she stabs her a little bit more, like
had it
little.
been shot at night, you'd be like, fair enough,
Right, that's fine. Yeah,
but not in broad daylight.
no, it was stupid. And then she slits her throat, and that's the end of Nikki and her
I
acting.
enjoyed Nikki dying, not because it was
Yeah, that
well
was pretty
shot or
good.
anything like that, because I just didn't like the character. I wanted her dead. But that
Yeah,
was
and
pretty true of all of them.
yeah, and during that you get there was a few like predator sounds, like click, like that as well. Like, it was like, oh yeah, just do that. That might add a bit more tension to it. No, it's not. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And so we head back to Adam and Mary, and they're sitting up. Adam's dying, and Mary's not. And
Somebody had seen. I think the director had previously
yeah,
closely seen, or not so long, watching The Thing, John Carpenter.
oh,
The very end of that
I thought you were going
felt
to
a bit like that.
I thought you were going to say Saving Private Ryan,
No, no, no.
because he says to her, "Don't waste it."
Does he?
Yes.
I completely blanked that out.
Yeah. So
Like a lot of this movie.
yeah. So why did you say he saw The Thing? What was the similarity?
Oh, I had a bit of a feeling of it. You know, both people kind of consider the other person a monster in the end of the thing, because obviously one person knows the other person's a monster in the end of the thing. He's looking on at you one, trying to figure out if she's a monster or not.
I didn't think about it that much.
I thought too much about it. This movie doesn't deserve that amount of thought.
No, but one of the best endings to a movie, one of the most funniest endings.
Stupid.
Funniest
Funny because
endings.
it's stupid.
So let's paint the scene. She starts down the long and lonesome road. She's like, all right, I'm out of here. She starts walking, and then she walks past the daughter, who's just standing there or whatever. I don't fucking know. And she just walks past her, and then the daughter trots up behind her,
Skips up behind her.
skips up behind her, and like, you're going, oh, okay. Is this going to be just a partnership now, a business? So then, like, I'm just trying to do it scene by scene here so people understand what happens here. So that's a faraway shot. Then it does a close up of her little flint arrowhead in her hand. Then it does a close up of Mary turning around, knowing something's up. Then it cuts back to a faraway shot where she just swipes her sword and chops her head off. And
Yeah.
it's very funny.
It is. It is. But it then is that scene is then preceded by the worst CGI blood I've ever seen in my life. As the kid's lying on the ground and a off-white purple splotch appears kind of near the corpse. Yeah, this movie won't win any awards for special effects.
No, it won't. No, it won't. I gave the plot 1.5. That was the end, by the way, everybody. That was the last scene. I gave the plot 1.5 out of 5.
Wow. I give it 0.25.
I don't know why I gave so much, but
Effing hated the plot. There's no plot. It's a loose connection of violent, poor, boring violence scenes. Like, yeah, there's no story. There's no sense.
yeah, I don't like. Obviously, 1.5 is still shit, but I was like, all right, fair enough. It was something.
In fairness, like Posted got 60 something % from the user reviews on Metacritic.
Yeah, 6.4.
Yeah, nuts. No way.
Well, they're probably WWE fans because this is from WWE Studios, so it's probably. I was expecting to see some wrestlers pop up at some point. Maybe one of the baddies were wrestlers. I don't know, but maybe the main baddie was
cheap
a
acting
wrestler.
for them.
Yeah, probably they're probably better actors than to be in this movie. The WWE.
Would like seeing the Rock
athletes.
pop up at some point.
Yeah. Acting, I also gave 1.5. I'm guessing you're 0 point something.
0.5. Yeah, it was shocking. Maybe if the Hobbit had stayed a bit longer, I might have popped it up to 1.
Yeah, I gave 1.5 for Dominic, and I also thought that Ashley Bell's moments when she was, going a bit nuts when she was tied to the chair, I thought that was okay, but still 1.5.
That was reasonable, but that's one scene out of... How long was this movie? An hour and 20?
Hour and 20, yeah.
Yeah, there's not enough to warrant me giving points at all.
Soundtrack, I gave 1. I don't know why I gave 1.
I gave 1 as well because I didn't notice the soundtrack being bad or good. So I find it hard to knock out, kill off a soundtrack when it's unobtrusive.
Production, I gave 1. I'm just not going to give any more than that due to fake blood and
0.5 again. The production annoyed me more than Footsteps for you.
Yeah, it was weird. It was stupid and
like the cinematography was shocking.
Yeah, I don't know why I gave such normal scores. It's usually me that gives worse scores, but I guess if it was longer, I probably would have hated it more because it was 1 hour and 20. It was like going, it was done and dusted quite quickly.
Yeah, that's the best part of the movie. It's the runtime.
Yeah. Just going through the actors. Obviously you mentioned Sean Ashbourne plays Adam. He was in X-Men quite a lot, playing Ice-Man. Brianna Barnes, who plays Nick, has basically got a big career in TV. Ashley Bell, who plays Mary, is actually better known for as a voice actor. Got a good voice on her. She's done the Smurfs movie, so that's good. Yeah,
it's a shame she didn't actually get to talk in this one. Then,
yeah, true. Yeah, let's hire a massive voice actor who just actually done a lot of good stuff and get her to not talk. Corey Hardrick plays Mr. Coffee. Yeah. Plays Mr. Coffee. Henson hasn't done anything, and obviously Dominic Monaghan. Lost, Lord of the Rings, all that other.
He's had a reasonable career, but nowhere near as high as it could have been.
No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's pretty sad that nothing really happened after Lord of the Rings, to be honest with you.
Didn't get his Hidalgo.
Yeah, true. The New York Post gave it 38 out of 100. Says the film feels unbelievably long at 84 minutes, and the color drained handheld cinematography serves only as a reminder of just how good Night of the Living Dead really was.
That's a fair point.
Fair. There is somebody gave it 0, but I'm not going to read that one out.
I never think a 0 rating or a 100 rating is accurate. It's just somebody being an idiot, in my opinion.
Yeah. Glenn Heath Jr. in Slant magazine gave it 63 out of 100. He said, despite being a nasty and skillful action film, the day goes off the rails in the final stretch.
Skillful. Interesting choice of words.
Interesting. Yeah.
And the final stretch is where it fails.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Final stretch is after the first minute.
Yeah, true. All right, well, let's put an axe in the
We
head of the day, I
can
think.
put that day behind us anyway. Uh,
So let's go back to our 15K plus list and randomize our next movie. It's movie 12,571. I don't know why we keep getting high
of
numbers.
course, it's 12,000.
Jesus. Okay, movie 12,571 is the movie Krull.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love that
really.
movie. I love that movie as a kid. It's kind of crap, but I love it. It's a bit camp as well, but it's yeah. Ah, cool. I haven't seen that in years.
Well, this is weird because one of our viewers in Australia, Andrew, gave me his top 10. And I was going to do it for the next episode, but I'll probably do it for the following episode. But this is actually in his top 10. It's so bizarre. This is the randomness gods going,
It's a
here, have some of
fix.
this. Yeah, it's really not. It's just, that's so weird that it came up. Because I'd said to him, oh, I've seen most of them. I haven't seen a couple of them, including Krull. I've never seen Krull.
It was always on RTE back in the day.
So the summary is like one sentence. It says, a prince and a fellowship of companions set out to rescue his bride from a fortress of alien invaders who have arrived on our home planet.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's in it, I see.
Is he? Obviously it's been so long since I've seen it. I didn't know who Liam Neeson was at the time.
So it's directed by Peter Yates, who directed Bullet, The Guns of Navarone. Oh, he's assistant director in Guns of Navarone.
I'm looking forward
Cool.
to seeing that again.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's so bizarre that it came up when it's on Andrew's top 10. Very interesting. It's got a Metascore of 45, but the user score is higher at 6.3. So I think it's a cult classic and probably something that people like from their childhood. It's from 1983. It's got a running time of 1 hour and 56 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's Krull. That'll be episode 36. And so we'll stop it there for episode 35. We're still on 5 stars on Spotify. So if you listen to us on Spotify and you haven't rated us yet, please do so. If you listen to us on any other platforms, do what they've got and rate them or review if you can. And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye bye.
Cheerio.